January 12th, the official second full week of 2026. I ended up recording my 2-year anniversary video yesterday, so definitely proud of myself that I did that. It definitely took a lot, right? Because it was like I wanted to look presentable, and so because it was Sunday, it was also self-care day. So ended up washing my hair. So washed my hair, styled it with my oils and my cream, and then I blow dried it, so then that way my hair looked a little more fluffier, because like, you know, right after the shower, hair is just like whoosh, just look like a wet dog. So I wanted to like make sure that my curls were at least nice and, you know, fluffy and stuff. And then did my skincare as well as put on makeup. So it was a lot. I think like all together to prep for this 30-40 minute video, I think it was maybe like 2 hours. I don't know how the girlies do it every single day, because that's a lot of work. A lot of work to do hair, skincare, makeup, get dressed, all the things, right? So anyways, did that. And so today, I just want to like catch up with you guys. I'm also getting my nails done. They are ready to go. But essentially, January is kicking off in a wonderful way. We have 2 things booked for February. So we have a surprise proposal, and then we have a 40th celebration of love event. So very excited for those to be taking place. I will more than likely bring y'all along for the proposal. I can't bring you guys along for the 40th celebration because there are going to be people there that don't want to be broadcasted online. I'm definitely curious to see who's there though. So maybe I don't know if I probably can't even talk about it, right? Maybe I could say I saw some familiar faces or people that I recognize, but whatever. We'll see. But anyways, very excited. I'm also very excited for that because it is officially my first gay couple. So I've definitely photographed gay couples for like styled shoots and editorials and stuff, but this is like my first gay couple paid client, so I'm very, very excited. So yeah, I'm really excited. Their planner reached out to me and they're like, we absolutely want to work with her. And I was just like, that's so crazy and so cool that they not only found me, but they were just like, yes, absolutely, like let's book her. So yeah, so very excited about that. And then I am working with a planner who I've known but I haven't worked with, so that's also going to be really exciting. And so yeah, so far so good. January is looking up for us, which I am really happy about. And then so this will probably come out in March, right? Because we're always like 2 months back. I try to keep it that way, just so that way on the days or like the weeks the weeks that I don't want to vlog, like I don't have to, and I can still be able to release weekly videos. So yeah, I don't know if one day we will get up to date where it's like 1 or 2 weeks behind, but for now we're doing the 2 months behind. It also helps for like privacy's sake as well, right? So it's like y'all don't necessarily know what I'm doing like at that exact moment, which is a-okay for me. Anyways, so yeah, so January is starting to work out very well. In my 2-year anniversary, I talked about where we are going this year. I'm very, very excited. So I'll tell y'all, if you didn't see that 2-year anniversary one back in January, just go ahead and look at it and like see the growth that we've done so far, or the growth that we had in 2025. But anyways, we are going to Japan this year. Y'all, we are going to Japan this year. My first Asian country, but definitely not my last, because I definitely want to continue to travel throughout Asia. I think that'll be really, really fun. And the whole family is going. And essentially, this is to celebrate my 40th year. So the way that everybody's like calendar worked out, right? We have a lot going on this year. Like, my daughter is graduating from high school and she will eventually be going to college. My oldest son, he is trying to transfer out to another college. And so just to make sure that we aligned with everybody's, oh, and also my youngest, he will be he will continue to be in middle school. But the way that our birthdays work, because we are November babies, a lot of times that's like middle of like everybody's busy cycle. So we have decided to go to Japan earlier this year, so then that way it accommodates everybody's schedule, because I want everybody there to celebrate my 40th year. So instead of it being I turned 40 and go to Japan, we are celebrating my 40th year here on Earth, which actually works out because, like, especially like in Asian culture, they count the year, you know what I'm saying? So like from birth to one, that's your 1 year. From 1 year to 2 years, that's your second year. So like we're gonna celebrate it as like I turned the 39th year was last year when I turned 39, and so now I'm in my 40th year. So yeah, so it does work out. If that doesn't make any sense to you, that's okay. It makes sense to me. And so we are celebrating my 40th year, part of my 40th year on Earth in Japan. And I'm very excited to just like dive into the culture and just be obsessed at the fact that they are way in advance than America, and I'm absolutely gonna love it. And we're gonna eat our way across Japan. We're gonna go to Osaka, Kyoto, Tokyo, and probably some other places in between. And so yeah, very, very excited. Of course, we're gonna do as much as we can, but also reminding ourselves that we will have to take some slow days as we get adjusted to the time zone. So yeah, I'm very excited, and I can't wait to show y'all all the things that we end up doing. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. So this week I wrote down the things that I wanted to accomplish, and yes, I am going to talk about my to-do list for this week. I know I don't really talk about goals necessarily, but those are like the overarching ones, right? Because I want to make sure that they actually happen before we talk about it, or they don't happen, like we talked about in our 2025-2026 second year recap, right? So anyways, for this week, I want to create 3 videos. So this is actually the second one, so like the week of or week in my life. And then we've already done the 2025 recap and going into 2026, so that's done. So we're gonna do one more. I ended up doing like a top 5 video short, and I think it did really, really well. It's at like 1.3K views right now, which is really good for my channel. And so I want to actually go ahead and, so I guess 1, that did really well, and then 2, like going back to see my top 5, there are a few where I'm like actually talking through a session, and they actually performed very, very well last year. And so I want to do that again, but talk about my favorite photographs of 2025. So like walking through the events and the sessions that I did, and kind of like highlight like these are my favorite photos and like this is why and stuff. And so I want to do that. I want to do that video. So those are the 3 videos. So week in the life, which is what we're recording now, the 2025-2026 video, and then the favorite photographs. So cool. The other one is that I actually want to finish reading the current book that I'm on. I'm about 75% of the way. So if I could wrap that up, that'll be number 4 for January already. So I want to definitely keep that momentum going where I am consistently reading every day, whether it's like 2 to 3 chapters or 30 minutes, I don't know, whatever. But I do want to consistently, like, take time to, like, not necessarily be, I mean, I'm on an electronic because I have the Kindle, but it's not necessarily like screen time, so to speak. Like, I'm not on YouTube, not on social media, stuff like that. So I want to do that. And then I want to work out 4 times this week. So yeah, so that is what we're doing this week. As far as social life, I don't have my phone on me right now, but we have a lot happening this week. So getting my nails done, like I said. And then Grayson has basketball practice. He had it yesterday. He has it today, and then he has it tomorrow, and then his first game is on Friday. So very excited to see. We can definitely see the growth between last year and this year. So excited to see like what he does on the court this year, like in an actual game. Probably not going to record any of those because the privacy of the other children. But I will definitely keep you posted on how they go. So yeah, so other than that, of course, if anything else happens throughout the week, I will let y'all know. But other than that, I will talk to y'all later. Peace. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It is a very heavy admin day. So at the top of the year, I have to go through my website, my CRM, and basically change the dates to reflect 2026, as well as update anything that I'm changing, like the forms or the contracts and things like that. So it's very, very admin heavy day. There's a woodpecker pecking. Yeah, woodpecker pecking. Anyways, these birds are annoying me. Anyways, so yeah, very heavy admin day. And then nothing else on my end except for walking. So I can get my steps in. So yeah. Oh, we got a new inquiry for the end of this month. So cross fingers that they book us. And then that'll be 3 events so far. 3 out of 5. Not bad. So yeah. So let's cross fingers. And if anything else happens today, I will bring y'all along. But other than that, I will talk to y'all later. Good afternoon. Happy Friday. We made it. Yeah, afternoon. Still in my PJs, but I have been so productive. So anyways, I just wanted to hop on here and say hey, and just wanted to share my reading journey that I've done so far in the new year. So I told y'all I got this cute little matcha colored Kindle. It looks greener than it is, but it's literally like matcha color. That's what sold me, the matcha color and the fact that it's so small and I could just stick it in my any type of purse. Like it can even like fit in this purse very comfortably. So anyways, so far I have read 5 books in the new year. It is January 16th right now, and I read 5 books. That is the most books I've read. Like I think last year, I think I read 1, maybe 2 books the whole entire year. But yeah, this year 5. And I just wanted to share with y'all the books that I have read so far. I'll maybe put like an image right here of each of them. So the first book that I read was The Vacationers. To be honest, the physical book has been sitting on my shelf for years. I feel like I bought that book. So we've been in our house for, it'll be 6 years next month. I feel like I brought that book when we moved into this house. So that is how long it has been just sitting on my bookshelf. And then I started reading it, and then I ended up moving on to a digital version of it. And it was really good. It was very much like a very chill drama book, right? It wasn't like crazy where I'm like getting anxiety and I'm like anxious about it, but it was a really good book. And of course, they all had a happy ending. So I think that's the thing that I've had in common with all of these books, that they are happy endings. And I just really enjoy them. And then the other book that I read is called The Royal Wolf Murders. Now, let me tell y'all something. Y'all see what this book cover looks like? Why did I think it had something to do with like a royal family and like murders in their like family or whatever? No. If y'all look a little bit closer, that cover has a hook. A fishing hook. So it definitely still involved murder, and that ended up with a good ending. But it definitely had to do with fly fishing. So I learned a lot about fly fishing in Montana in this book, but it was a really good book. I did like it. And then the other two were, like, I guess you would say that they're a series, but I think these are the only two of that series. And it's Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murders, and then Vera Wong's Guide to Snooping on a Dead Man. When I tell you, I was literally cracking up reading these two books. My husband was like, oh, it must be really funny. I was like, oh yeah, it's very, very funny. So the author, Jessie Q. Sutanto, I think that's how you pronounce her name. Sorry if I butchered it. She did a really, really good job with capturing like the quintessential characteristics of like a grandma from a certain culture. As you can see, her name is Vera Wong, so like you can hopefully you put two and two together. But it was a very good, those were two very good books. I could not put them down. And again, very good ending. I wasn't, I'm saying good ending in the sense that like whatever that was happening in the books, they were resolved by the end, which I appreciate. I don't like cliffhangers. I don't like cliffhangers in movies. I don't like cliffhangers in books. So I do appreciate that all of these are like resolved and wrapped up by the end. So those were those two. And then the book that I just finished reading was called The Museum of Ordinary People. Such a good book. Such a good book. Really good twists and turns. Again, the end, I would say the end abruptly stopped. So you do have to read the epilogue to like really finish the book. But I really, really enjoyed it. Highly recommend. The Museum for Ordinary People, it was really, really good. Highly recommend you read it. And now the next book that I'm reading is called Kindred, and it is by Octavia Butler. And I'm genuinely looking forward to reading this book. I think this is also a series. Octavia Butler, Kindred, a series, a TV series. Yes, it is. So yes, Octavia E. Butler's novel Kindred was adapted into an 8-episode FX series that streamed exclusively on Hulu, though it was canceled after one season. Boo. The show follows a modern-day Black woman who time travels to a pre-Civil War Maryland plantation. It's a genre-bending drama exploring themes of race, history, and survival through time travel. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this book, and I will keep y'all posted. So that will be book number 6. I think on average I'm getting through books between 2 to 3 days at a time, and I'm definitely trying to have myself like ingest each of the books, right? So like when I close it, just like think about it, think about how I felt about it, how like it was written, how the author portrayed different characters, And so just trying to like take a moment to digest and like think through the books before I like hop into a new one. And so I've had to like actively tell myself like, okay, like give it a day before you pick up another book. So that way you can kind of like, you know, feel good about it. So anyways, what I'm doing today, other than Grayson has his first basketball game, but I'm not bringing y'all with me because, you know, other children's privacy. But we'll see. You know what? Maybe I can just record myself reacting to the game. But anyways, what we're doing this weekend, no idea. I honestly want to go to the new dim sum restaurant that is attached to Westfield, but I think it just depends on if I can get a reservation and if anybody else is willing to go with me. So, or if not, we can do a solo date. We'll see. But that's really just all I have on my list. I might look into seeing if we can get our tickets for certain places in Japan. It might be too early. I might have to like circle back in February for some of those. But yeah. So yeah, just wanted to say hey, hello, good afternoon. It's Friday. We made it, and I will talk to y'all later. Alright, on a scale of 1 to 10, how anxious are you?
I'm not anxious.
I'm very anxious. Well, I'm very anxious. Good morning, happy Sunday. Let's try that again. Good morning, happy Sunday. Yes, my hair looks absolutely crazy, but today we are taking care of business. It is self-care day. So I just finished washing my brushes so then that way I can do makeup later on today. The next thing is I need to brush this out so then I can wash it. And then I'm also trying to get the pictures together for my fave photos of 2025. So that's next on the agenda. And then after that, I need to work out. So then that way when I, you know, get ready, I don't have to sweat it all off. So that is the agenda for this morning. It is now 10 o'clock. I'll come back to y'all when we are done with all of those things. Let's see how long it's going to take me. All right, time check. Brushed out my hair, put it in my braids, did my 45 minutes of walking, and now it is go do self-care. I never actually did my picking the photos out for my video, so I still need to do that and then record the video. And yeah, so time check, 11:53. All right, we are back. The time is now 1:50. We did all the things and now we're gonna go ahead and do the video. So yeah, so I just wanted to like circle back and let y'all know that we are done with all the things that we needed to do in prep of this video. So now let's go ahead and do that video.